Hi guys, welcome back to FVSD Life. My name's Bramwyn. So unfortunately today you're all expecting a video about someone else who has FVSD, but unfortunately due to GDPR I haven't got the form back yet, but hopefully next week, fingers crossed, it'll be up. So yeah, as a new YouTuber I'm really want to get things right, so yeah. So today instead I'm going to be talking to you about my journey with my migraines. I do suffer from chronic migraines, as I mentioned before. So before I get into this video, I'd like you all to smash a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel as well, please. And yeah, let's get right into it. So growing up, I've always had a head pain, but I thought it was normal. I didn't think that it was, I didn't think that only I could, well, I didn't think that it wasn't, you know. So I spoke to my mum about it one day and I was like, but surely everyone gets it, right? She's like, no, no one does. And so we flagged it with my neurologist and she immediately put me on some migraine relief. But she asked me about what they're like. The migraines that I get, when I was younger I didn't know the triggers, and I know a few now, but when I was younger it was just anything would trigger them. The pain would be so intense that I would be curled up underneath the covers on the sofa, but in my bed I'd be like under the covers. I'd be curled up in a ball with my knees hugged up against my chest, and yeah, and so she said, oh, okay, so it sounds like you got chronic migraines then. And so she put me on some migraine relief. I tried a few, they didn't really work, and so um, she couldn't prescribe me because I've got poor circulation in my hands and feet. There was others that I couldn't take due to contraindications and also because of other health issues that I have. So then she recommended me having acupuncture. So if you don't know what acupuncture is, it's tiny little needles that you can get on your back, on your feet, on your legs, on your hands as well, actually, on your hands. I was a bit hesitant because, you know, it's like little needles really. But the thing is, my mum's friend actually tried it on me once before and it wasn't as bad as I thought. It's not painful. It's really not painful. It's really not. It's less than a pinprick with the pain, you know, which is good. And so, yeah, so I went and started off I did the acupuncture. I had 6 sessions. They were all in the physio in the hospital. So I did that. At first it kind of helped, but then after a while the migraines came back more intense, and so thankfully the sessions came to an end. And I say the best thing about it is that it kind of loosens some knots in my shoulders. So yeah, yippee. But yeah, the migraines, no. The neurologist then she only recommended this to me because I was 18. She recommended me having Botox, which they don't give to anyone unless everything else has not worked. And my mum hated the idea of me having Botox injections, and I was desperate, to be honest, you know. Nothing was helping me at all. And so I said yes, you know. But the Botox, it was uncomfortable more than anything. It did hurt a little bit, but the doctor was really friendly. He would talk to me during the whole procedure. Yeah, they do normally give 6 sessions for people, and so he but the thing is, because of me still having really intense migraines, he gave me an extra 2, but the thing is, it worked for a while, then the migraines came back with a vengeance. And I'm not saying my migraines got even worse because of all these procedures I've had, but they got to be so bad that I could, oh my god, I could barely function. I still went to college because it was education, but it was just brutal. I hated getting out of bed. When it was my days off, I would sleep in until about maybe 1 in the afternoon. I'm not even joking. My mum will happily tell people. And so yeah, it was horrendous. The migraines, oh my god, the pain. It was absolutely excruciating. But my mum actually had a friend who, well, has a friend who was seeing a migraine specialist in London, and so she actually asked him if he'd be willing to just look at me and just see if he'd be interested, and he said yes. So my mum spoke to GP about it, and she said, yeah, of course, absolutely, let's give it a shot. And so I went to see him. His name is Professor Goldsby, and he is absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh. He makes me smile. He would come out with the most silliest of phrases, like, oh, that's such a drag, which would make me and my mum just look at each other and just burst out laughing. And he was really surprised about how intense my migraines are, especially for me being such a young woman. I was forwarded to him when I was in my 20s, and especially with nothing working as well. He put me on different migraine reliefs, which nothing really helped. And especially with me being on antidepressants, he was concerned about contraindications, like anything clashing. And so there is one migraine relief that he wanted me to take. He still wants me to take it to this day, but because of the local formulary, I'm not allowed to, so, which is really annoying. I'm on another type of migraine relief which isn't touching the migraines, but there's always a but. Professor Goldsby suggested something. It's a clinical trial for a migraine relief, and I was really hesitant. I was really nervous because of me having fetal alphabet spectrum disorder. I didn't know how it was going to affect me, and so my mum and him, my mum came with me the first time, and so we sat down, we spoke with the clinician, and there were loads of nurses and doctors in the room too to answer any particular questions. But I still went with it because I was at my wit's end. I was so desperate. The migraines were so intense, and I started it, and when I first started it, it was 1 injection to my leg. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt, but the thing is, yeah, it started to take the pain away. And so thankfully I spoke to the doctor about 3 or 4 months ago, and he actually upped it. He doubled the dose, and so I'm now getting 2. Yeah, and so now to this day I'm on 2 injections per month. These are monthly injections, I forgot to say, monthly, once a month. Yeah, I got to do 2 at the same time, both legs. Well, 1 in one leg, 1 in the other leg. And I'm not gonna lie, the migraines have reduced so much. They really have. I'm now able to get out of bed without having a blinding migraine going on in my head. And I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for this injection, I wouldn't be able to do my work with valproate, to keep fighting for justice, and to actually start doing these videos, because there's a particular light right behind this camera, and it's, yeah. But yeah, it's actually helped a lot, and I've now actually found a few triggers as well for the migraines, which is brilliant. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap that up now. And so, but yeah, if you guys have any questions or any videos that you guys want me to make, please comment down below. And yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. And tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, next week will be the video about the young man who also has foetal bipolar spectrum disorder. And yeah, okay, alright then. Alright you guys, take care and stay safe. Keep wearing the masks. Bye!